go on Twitter when there's a combine in the NFL, and these people are outlandish. Everyone's hyping up Will Levis now as the next coming because of his throw that he had with nobody coming for him, with no defenders, just whipping the ball down the field. Everyone's going crazy about Will Levis, and I'm afraid that they're going to fall for that trap if they don't get Aaron Rodgers or Jimmy G. And I don't think Jets fans deserve that. Jets fans have gone through hell the last 50 years. And Jets fans are also Knicks fans, so keep that in mind. So have some empathy for him. And then sometimes, every once in a while, you see a Knicks, Jets, and Mets fan. Good Lord. Talk about a guy that's got a tough life, and they got to live in New York. The poor guys. Yeah, that's the main focus for them. They need to get a franchise quarterback. It's essential.
Yeah, they need to get a franchise quarterback. And you want to talk about just a team who fumbles the bag when they have Super Bowl talented teams. Fumble Darrelle Revis's prime. Had Rex Ryan at the peak of his coaching powers. And what do you give him? Mark Sanchez. We don't try and go out there and improve. And then, you know what? Let's take Zach Wilson. Like, we'll take this guy over fucking Justin Fields. Because, oh, look at Zach Wilson run around in his underwear and how he can throw it up. Like, look at him. Like, he can run fast. He's mobile, and then he can fall away and sling it 80 yards down the field. Like, look how accurate he is. I'm like, yes, but if you watch football and you watch the game tape, Justin Fields is clearly better. And it's like we fall into this draft combine trap where it's like, yeah, sure, that guy can run in his underwear faster than anyone else. But when it comes to impacting the game, when it comes to running in pads, is a whole different animal. When it comes to running when you're about to get hit, as opposed to just running when there's no fear, nothing else there whatsoever, and it's a physical performance, it's like, yeah, everyone in the NFL is an athlete. Everyone's fast. You know what the difference is? It's like 0.2, 0.3 seconds. Like, that's the difference between these players. And it's like, sure, even a second or two, that's big. But it's like the draft combine, all it does is hype up players that no one was talking about and gets them drafted. It's like almost like their agent, like the person that the combine helps the most is the agents, because he goes out there, it's like, yeah, if you perform here, then we'll be able to get paid. And then he talks up the teams, and then he puts things in reporters' ears. So then you have people like, oh, I got inside information that teams are interested in this player, when it's really just an sports agent telling some sucker of a reporter who doesn't do his research or follow up on leads that's like, oh yeah, teams are interested in my guy, wink. And then the reporter's like, okay, I'll make that news. And then you see all of these guys who weren't on anyone's radar in college and then weren't the best players. And then you see the Zach Wilsons get drafted. You see the Jay Cutlers get drafted,
Josh Rosen,
all these combine guys. It's like, oh, look how you can throw the ball. It's like, yeah, but playing is a whole different animal. Competitive is a whole different animal. Your attitude and your experience playing football, like, sure, Trey Lance looks great in the combine, but he doesn't have the experience. So I'm not ready to trade up to draft him and hand the keys over to my franchise to a guy like that yet. As opposed to Justin Fields, where it was always Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence were 1 and 2.
Yes.
And that was it. And then all of a sudden it's like Zach Wilson randomly shot up to number 2 when he was still behind Mac Jones throughout most of the regular season.
Yeah, that's true. And now it's so now the quarterbacks, it's become CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, Will Levis, and Anthony Richardson.
Let's go.
Anthony Richardson, who will someday be a Colt. I'm excited to see that day when they trade up to get the number 1 overall pick and trade Anthony Richardson. I think that's going to be great. He's actually somebody from the combine that I do think is going to be nuts.
He's a monster, though. He's like a physical menace, though.
Yeah, seriously. He ran a faster speed than Cam Newton.
Yeah.
He had the biggest vertical of any quarterback in NFL combine history.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a freak.
He's also not a dork. Like, Zach Wilson's kind of a dork, the way, like, his social media thing and like the whole Cougar thing, and then how he like bought his teammates the bikes. It's like, it's kind of like a full jabroni where this guy's cool. This is someone who they want to follow. And then team spirit is also something that doesn't go into the combine. How you can lead a team. It's like Justin Fields leading the Bears, playing on his last legs, where as soon as he says, I'm sick of losing, well, it's like, they don't win too many more games, but the whole attitude of the team shifts.
Yeah.
And then someone like Patrick Mahomes, where it's like, you want to talk about a combine guy? Let's talk about Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah.
Good Lord.